Hi, this is Kwame, and I'm testing whether or not Cantu supports his claim of being more of a curl definer than a generic brand such as olive oil. In the video, as you can see, I simply cut out 3 curls from my head and placed it under a pen to have a better comparison between the 3. You may notice that the one on the far left was the messiest, so as a disclaimer, it may have affected the results just a little. To get into the chemistry, Cantu is actually made with glycerin, with the chemical formula C3H8O3. Glycerin, also known as glycerol, was obtained as a byproduct in making soaps from animal and vegetable fats and oils. This is what helps keep your hair moist and more active depending on the environment you're surrounded by. And by active, I can mean more bouncy or more movable, or even how loose it looks to how shiny it can look. There are slight skin irritations when it comes to contact with the skin, and major irritation when it comes in contact with the eyes. Also, both products, the generic brand and the Cantu, contain a substance known as stearoyl alcohol. Stearoyl alcohol is a known fatty alcohol found in a lot of hair products. Stearoyl alcohol with the chemical formula of C18H38O are also known as emollients, which softens and detangles your hair and can also make the hair stick together more to give it that thicker and comprised look. Stearoyl alcohol is a compound produced from stearic acid, which can be derived from animals. It's also an emulsion stabilizer and fragrance ingredient that can sometimes cause irritation to the skin, eyes, and lungs. The curl on the left is the natural curl, in which I'm doing nothing but adding water to it, whereas the curl in the middle is the Cantu curl, and the curl on the right is the olive oil curl. As you immediately begin to see, after I applied the olive oil to the curl, it began to look tighter and smaller, unlike the curl with Cantu in it, where you can see it started to look longer and more loose. Keep in mind that the Cantu is the curl in the middle and the olive oil is the curl on the right. This is where I test the bounce, how shiny it looks, and how much it moves compared to its competitors. Observations I took about the Cantu was that it looked longer than the other 2 hairs. When I pulled it back, it bounced fast. It moved the most. It was shiny. Smaller hairs weren't really sticking out, unlike the other 2. It spread it out more, and it was a loose coil. Whereas the hair with olive oil looked really shorter. It looked good at first, but when you notice the smaller hairs pop out, it just affects you. Like, it jumped back faster than the hair with Cantu. It was a tighter curl. It was hesitant to shake, and the curl with just water, it just looked the same. Maybe just a little frizzy curl pattern, not really noticeable compared to others. It looked really loose and also moved when shaking, but not as fast. As a result, my hair did react to both products, but Cantu defined the curl pattern more. Almost everything Cantu promised is seen as if the promise was kept. I mean, when testing the hairs, we found that Cantu had a better outcome because it met all the requirements that made it shiny, bouncy, movable, moisturized, all in one, unlike my constant and basic generic brand, whereas they weren't really effective as much. Even though curl pattern is determined from within your scalp, and the outside, what we can see, is being made relying on the shape of the follicles. Cantu enhances this curl pattern and gives it that extra coily, wavy, and curly look.